Hello, and welcome to week 6 of our summer MAT081 course. Can you believe that this week we are going to complete our last unit of the course, Unit 11? Unit 11 deals with volume and the Pythagorean theorem. So in this image, I have a unique explanation of why and how the Pythagorean theorem works. It's a really great way to actually discover why the formula a squared plus b squared equals c squared is such an important formula. And if you look in the week 6 overview at the end of the page, I have a link for some more information regarding this wonderful discovery activity. So you can maybe spend a few moments digging a little bit deeper into the Pythagorean theorem. But for now, what I want to do is take some time to go over the important aspects of week 6. Okay, so the first thing I want to draw your attention to is that during week 6, we only have one module to complete, and that is we only have one unit to complete, and that is unit 11. So let's go into student view here. Much better. Okay. So if you're looking at week 6 in your modules, you can see that the only unit that is due in more is unit 11. So what I want to do is draw your attention also to the extend your learning this week. So since you only have one unit due, that means you have more time to spend on the extend your learning assignment. Now, since you only have one unit and that gives you more time to spend on the extend your learning assignment, I highly, highly encourage you to start the extend your learning assignment earlier in the week. I know sometimes we want to just do an assignment, we want to open it up right before the due date, and we want to complete it really quickly and upload it and just do it all in one sitting. But I highly, highly recommend, especially this week, that you use a good habit of a mathematical student, which is to open your assignments early and work on them a little bit at a time throughout the week instead of trying to cram it all in one day. When you look at the extend your learning assignment for this week, so I'm going to go ahead and open the content page so we can look at it together. You'll notice that there's going to be several different approaches for completing the extend your learning assignment. So this is really an assignment where you'll want to open it up early in the week, like today or tomorrow, maybe Monday or Tuesday, and read what the assignment includes and read what it entails and think about all the different ways that you could possibly approach it. You definitely want to ponder this one. I wouldn't recommend opening this one up right before the due date, trying to finish it in one sitting, and then trying to submit it at the last minute. I really want you to spend some quality time this week thinking about different ways that you can approach this. So you'll notice the assignment is called Geometry in a Suitcase Full of Money. So I'm sure we've all seen at least one TV show or movie before where there is that glamorous exchange in money, whether it's for a business deal or unfortunately maybe some type of kidnapping situation. You know how Hollywood can um, use those in their movies, but there's usually some type of exchange of money where it's in a large duffel bag or in a large briefcase or two briefcases, etc. And as a coincidence here, recently my family and I don't know if you're a fan of the Magnum PI show, but we were watching the Magnum PI show and they had to exchange $3 million for, I can't remember exactly what the deal was, but somebody had to bring $3 million to a meetup site and they brought it in two duffel bags. And I remember watching with my family, we were saying, do you really think $3 million could it fit in two duffel bags? What would the denominations of the dollar bills have to be? Would we have to have $100 bills? Could it be $20 bills? How was it bundled? How many duffel bags would it take? And that's exactly what you're going to investigate in this extend your learning assignment. So you're going to be placing a large amount of money into a suitcase, and you're going to be given the dimensions of the suitcase. And you're also going to have to consider the dimensions of a dollar bill. And guess what? This is a volume problem. This is exactly what you're studying this week. Will this certain amount of money fit inside this given briefcase? So like I said, this might be something you want to open up early in the week, kind of think about different ways you could approach it, and then come back to it before you turn in your final version. And another benefit of completing or of opening the assignment earlier in the week is that if you have questions before the due date, you can reach out to me. Or you can let me know, hey, I'm thinking about going this route for my assignment. Can I have a little feedback, or do you think this is the right approach? Or can you, I have a question, can you help me before I submit my final assignment. So it's always nice to start it sooner than later so you can give it the quality time that it deserves. So that is my pitch for you for the Extend Your Learning assignment, is to open it sooner than later. Okay, let's go back to the module. I also want to look at the date of the Let's Meet assignment this week. I'm sorry, of the Let's Meet session this week. So if you go into week 6, you'll notice I'm doing the Let's Meet on July 10th. July 10th is a Sunday. I've never done a Let's Meet session on a Sunday, so I'm wondering if maybe that will encourage some more of you to attend. Maybe Sundays are better and we have more availability. So we're going to do it July 10th at 3 p.m. So hopefully you can find an hour in your day to join us and ask us any questions that you have for the upcoming exam, or for any questions on the homework for Unit 11. So yes, I did mention the upcoming exam. So you also should be aware that exam 2, which covers Units 7 through 11, is going to be due on July 13th. Make sure for the exam you have a copy of your geometry formulas worksheet or reference sheet with all of your metric and American conversions, and also the geometry formulas. You definitely want to have that. There's also several resources in More for you to use to review for the exam. So if you go into our More course, remember, like I said, exam 2 covers units 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So there is the review assignment for units 7 and 8 that you can complete as many times as necessary to prepare for the exam. And then there's also a review assignment for units 9 through 11 that I suggest you complete to prepare for the exam. But then there's also some other resources I want to draw your attention to. So if you go into this first folder called Course Materials and Resources, you'll notice we have practice problems by unit. And so what that does is it breaks down each unit. So if you're studying for exam 2, you would focus on unit 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And what these are PDF files of practice problems. So let's say you did all the homework in More, you did the quizzes in More, but you just want to do some extra practice problems. You can just open up these PDFs, print them out, or you can just look at them on your computer and complete them on a separate sheet of paper to get a lot more practice in before you take the exam. If you go back to course materials and resources, there's also the end of unit assessments. So these are practice tests basically that you can take for each unit. So you could take the practice test for unit 7, unit 8, 9, 10, and 11. And again, that's just a way for you to practice and see where your strengths are for units 7 through 11, and also what areas for improvement you might want to focus on for units 7 through 11. And of course, we also have the answer keys. So if you were to do some of the practice problems, then you could check your work using the answer key. And if you did an end of unit assessment as a practice test, you could look at the answer keys for that. We are also able to use our calculator, our scientific calculator, for this upcoming exam. So here are some videos to help you if you're wondering, how do I enter fractions on my calculator, or exponents, etc. Here's a few videos that I have for you, just to kind of help you learn some of the keystrokes. If there's something that you're wondering how to do on your calculator, chances are it's included in one of these brief videos, so that can help you familiarize yourself a little bit more with your calculator. And then one more thing that is in that course materials and resources is your geometry formulas and conversions sheet. So if by now you still haven't printed a copy of it, here's my reminder to you: go ahead and go in and definitely print a copy of that. Okay, that is about all I have for this week for you. So your secret phrase is going to be to email me the date and time of the Let's Meet session for this week. So if you didn't hear me say it before, here it is, July 10th at 3 p.m. So go ahead and send me a message letting me know, and hopefully not only will you just tell me when it is, but you will attend, and I will get to see you and help you out with any questions you have on July 10th. Thanks, and have a wonderful week.